Arsenal continue to struggle with injuries as Kai Havertz picks up a hamstring strain, while the Gunners monitor the situation surrounding a Bournemouth starlet, and more. All the latest Arsenal news with Now Arsenal. One of the best young players in the Premier League this season, Bournemouth's Dean Howson, has caught the eye of the whole of Europe, including Arsenal. The 19-year-old Spaniard joined the Cherries from Juventus last summer for a fee of just £12.6 million, as the Italian club looked to balance their finances. Since arriving in the Premier League, the centre-back has been a revelation, making 18 appearances and scoring twice to help the Cherries to one of the best defensive records in the division. And with a number of clubs in England keen to secure his services, a vital piece of information has been revealed. His contract includes a release clause worth around £55 million, which can be activated this summer. While Bournemouth have been reluctant to confirm the existence of the clause in recent weeks, sources suggest that interested clubs have now been given clarity on the situation. Despite Bournemouth's confidence that the Amsterdam-born defender will remain at the club until the 2025-26 season, his growing reputation has put a number of Premier League and European giants on alert. According to TBR Football, no fewer than 9 clubs across Europe are monitoring Howson's progress. In England, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham, Newcastle and Aston Villa are all keeping a close eye on the young defender. Meanwhile, Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan and Bayern Munich are also monitoring his situation, with the Bavarian said to be particularly keen. Juventus negotiated a 10% sell-on clause when they sold Dean Howson to Bournemouth, meaning the Italian club could receive around £5.5 million if his release clause is triggered. With William Saliba linked with a possible big money move to Real Madrid this summer, Arsenal could be looking at potential replacements, and Howson's ability to play with both feet makes him an attractive option. Even if Saliba remains at the Emirates, Arsenal is still in need of a right-sided centre-back to bolster their defensive depth. Yes, the French Rolls-Royce of a centre-back, as Alexander Zinchenko once dubbed him, is one of the big stories of the last few days after rumours of a strong interest from Real Madrid. There aren't any specific details on the fee and wages he could end up earning at the Bernabeu, if a deal is done at all, but now Arsenal have stumbled upon an interesting video showing Saliba's reaction to a fan talking about a move to the Spanish Giants. On the video, Saliba is seen signing autographs for supporters when one fan excitedly says, "Saliba, Champions League please." The Frenchman responds with a smile and a simple "Inshallah," translation, "if Allah wills it." Another supporter then pleads, "Please Saliba, never go to Madrid," while a second voice adds, "No Madrid, yes? Stay Arsenal." Saliba chuckles at the request but does not give any indication of his future plans. For now, the France international remains a key figure in Arsenal's title ambitions. The Gunners have been knocked out of both domestic cup competitions and could find themselves 9 points behind Liverpool in the Premier League title race if the Reds win Wednesday's Merseyside derby. However, Arsenal remain strong contenders for the Champions League after finishing third in the group stage. They will face the winner of either Feyenoord vs AC Milan or Juventus v PSV Eindhoven in the last 16. Speaking of the Dubai camp, there are reports that Kai Havertz has suffered a worrying injury during the club's training trip to Dubai. The Gunners are already without 3 first-team forwards, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli, due to injury. Now, Mail Sport have revealed that Havertz could be added to the list of absentees after sustaining an issue during a training session earlier this week. According to the report, the problem could be hamstring related, although the exact diagnosis remains unconfirmed. The club are expected to assess the severity of the injury in due course, but if it is a hamstring problem, Havertz could be on the sidelines. Havertz is Arsenal's top scorer this season with 15 goals, and his potential absence would be a significant blow to the team's ambitions of overtaking Liverpool at the top of the Premier League table. Despite Arteta publicly acknowledging the need for reinforcements, Arsenal opted not to sign a striker during the January transfer window. With Jesus ruled out with an ACL injury sustained in the FA Cup tie against Manchester United, Havertz has been the only recognised centre-forward in the team. Arteta has already experimented with Leandro Trossard in a central role, but with Martinelli and Saka both sidelined, playing the Belgian forward could leave Arsenal vulnerable on the flanks. The decision not to bring in more attacking options now looks like a big gamble, especially with the title race still within reach. Adding to Arsenal's concerns, reports from Dubai suggest that Takahiro Tomiyasu may require further knee surgery after missing almost the entire season through injury. He's played just 6 minutes of Premier League football this season when he came on as a late substitute against Southampton in October, following a 3-month recovery from a knee injury that ruled him out at the start of the season. However, a subsequent setback has kept him out of action and raised fresh concerns after his ongoing fitness problems. He is set to undergo another operation in an attempt to resolve his ongoing knee problems once and for all. If the operation goes ahead, the defender will face another lengthy period of rehabilitation, potentially ruling him out for an extended period of time. On the other hand, his knee problems, which have already caused him to miss a number of games since his arrival in 2021, mean that Arsenal will have to make a difficult decision regarding his long-term future, especially with just 18 months left on his contract. While his fitness problems could complicate a potential summer exit, they also raise questions about his role in Mikel Arteta's squad going forward. Last month, Arteta provided a cautiously optimistic update on Tomiyasu's recovery, stating, "Tommy has done some stuff on the pitch, but now because it's been a long-term injury, we need to see how quickly he can progress and how he reacts." Tomiyasu's future at the Emirates remains uncertain, but reports suggest that one player could be on his way out this summer. Indeed, midfielder Jorginho is set to sign a pre-contract agreement with Flamengo, paving the way for a move to the Brazilian club in July. The 33-year-old, who is out of contract at Arsenal at the end of the season, is expected to finalise the deal in the coming days. Despite being an integral part of Mikel Arteta's side this season, Arsenal have reportedly decided against offering the Italy international a new deal. According to Brazilian outfit Odaia, Jorginho had been waiting for the final decision from the club before committing himself to Flamengo, and it now appears that the Gunners have decided to let him leave. Arteta had reportedly been lobbying to keep Jorginho, but his attempts were unsuccessful. Arsenal's board have reportedly identified a group of 7 players who will either be released or sold in the summer, as reported in our last episode, and Jorginho is among those who will leave. With no further obstacles in the way, the former Chelsea star is now free to sign a 3-year contract with Flamengo, according to Court Offside. The deal will see Jorginho move to the Brazilian Giants at the end of the Premier League season, making him eligible for the Club World Cup. And aside from Jorginho, Kieran Tierney, Raheem Sterling and Neto, all of whom are certain to leave this summer, there is another player who would leave Arsenal on a permanent deal, Nuno Tavares. The fullback is currently on loan at Lazio with an £8 million buyback clause included in the deal. The Arsenal loanee has performed so well that Lazio owner Claudio Lotito said that he wouldn't even sell the defender for £59 million. "I won't sell Tavares, not even for €70 million. We have beaten off strong competition from the big clubs to sign the left-back in the summer." This isn't the first time Lotito has spoken glowingly of Tavares, having previously praised his debut performance against AC Milan, where he provided 2 assists in a 2-2 draw. Overall, Tavares has been one of the most prolific fullbacks in Europe this season, with 9 assists so far in his Lazio career, 8 in Serie A and 1 in the Europa League. And to put his astonishing form into perspective, there is only one top 5 league player who's assisted more goals than Nuno Tavares this season, Fulham's Anthony Robinson, who has 10. Not Trent Alexander-Arnold, not Jules Koundé, not Alejandro Balde, not Josko Vardiol. And with all that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe to Now Arsenal and check more information on our media channels, the NowArsenal.com website and our socials across Instagram, Twitter and Facebook you can find in the description below. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video when we bring you more news on Arsenal Football Club.